It's the Bright Idea Sports Show starring me and him.
Yeah, boy. What's happening, y'all?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
We never done a Friday show, but when you can't do a Thursday show, you come back with a Friday show.
It come down to saving lives or talking about sports.
Yeah, that's what I got to do later, so we
That's
got to
it.
get this show in. Anything happen with you this week, this fun?
Oh man, it was just a roller coaster of emotions this week, man. I'm real ready to talk about what happened last weekend with some teams, and just try to rectify the record and give credit where credit due and talk about what we saw.
Well, that's good. I had a pretty good week this week. Friday, I remember back about 20, 25 years ago, we used to be in the club.
Yeah, man.
Dancing on a Friday night. But now we two old dudes talking about football, talking about sports, talking about life, growing with each other.
That's right.
So we kind of came on late. We usually do this on Thursday, as y'all know. Some things already happened in the sports world. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, boy, let's get into it.
This guy is that was a melee last night.
Man, that was one of the craziest things I ever seen, man. And it's inexcusable, any type of any type of punishment that comes with it. And I think he's suspended indefinitely. This is something gonna have to be reviewed, because I even thought he might even get charged with assault, man. I mean, he took a weapon and hit this man in the head with it. That's
yeah, he did. I was telling Marcus before we came on, I was like, man, I remember when the Malice in the Palace happened, and when it happened, it was the same way. It was just like a boring game. Then all of a sudden, I see wait a minute, what's going on? And then it was just complete chaos. I got some points.
Okay.
First point, Pouncey, you can roll with me forever.
Hernandez homeboy.
Hey, Hernandez homeboy.
Hey.
You can, Mike Pouncey.
Hey.
You are the man. Helmet, no helmet. You protected your guy. Man, it could have been disastrous.
It really could have, man. It really could. And Pouncey, I mean, I can't say he ride or die, and that definitely deserved a reaction. I'm not saying kicking the man in the head was right, but come on, bro, you're not gonna do that to one of my partners, and I'm just gonna stand here and let you do that. I mean, he was throwing blows that guy didn't have a helmet on, which wasn't smart because he had his helmet on.
I mean, the dude blacked out. That was straight. As Marcus said, that's some CTE or something.
That's CTE, man. Hey, I talked about it with some people at work. He lost control, man. He went into another state. And with all these hits they getting upside the head, man, and studies have shown that they turn violent with more and more these headshots, man. And this is I mean, the reaction is extreme, and that could be the case. Is CTE, brother.
I mean, that was the most crazy thing. Number two, I think Baker Mayfield, yes, he did a outstanding thing to kind of say, hey, this is not acceptable. We need all our players. But at the same time, I felt like he should have kind of did that in a certain way without kind of, say, hey, that's my guy. I know he messed up, blah, blah, blah. It was just too early for me. I think he said that. I mean, I guess he was looking out for self,
He had to.
I see how he has a bad rep.
A couple of our people, Derek says kicking a man in the groin would get you bad results. Deneen says,
what's up, cuz? How you doing, Derek?
Folks tend to focus on the reaction and not the action. Behavior not justified, but let's call a spade a spade.
Oh, yeah. I got 3 points. My third point, Mason Rudolph started it all.
Right.
He was twisting this man's helmet.
Right.
And if you watch Myles Garrett play, when he gets sacked, sometimes he's because he's making such an athletic play, he don't know if he threw it. He's still going through it. So
right.
he thinking I made a play and maybe he fumbled it. I'm going to keep him on the ground. But, when he grabbed his helmet, that's what I probably would have gotten into it with him too, but, man, he lost cool.
So everybody asking, what did Mason Rudolph do to set him off like that? We saw the helmet twisting. I think because
Mason Rudolph felt like he threw the ball already. He should have known it, and he was still, tackling him, going through the whole, keep him on the ground. And I guess he didn't like it, and he didn't know he was messing with him.
I think Derek is saying that he got kicked in the groin.
Oh, I thought. Oh, that's what happened.
You know what I'm saying?
On Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph kicked Myles Garrett in the groin.
Oh, maybe that's why he kind of went bananas. But I mean, whoo, man.
Yeah,
his check, boy. Woo.
Woo.
But he a first round draft
and
pick,
they
so
won't
he got
even
some
tell you
guarantee
what
money.
the fine is. You don't even know what they fined him.
Well, they gonna talk about that later after the games are served, probably when he comes back from.
They say it's undisclosed. That's what they talking about. That's what they
man.
saying.
They might have took his whole check for the year. I mean, because if he would have landed that, oh man. You think Mason Rudolph got a headache this morning?
Man, he got a knot on the top of his head. You remember the cartoon with the little thing rise up when they get? Hey,
like
that's what
Tom and Jerry.
he had that last night, dog.
He need a BC powder. BC powder works magic. Everybody knows.
He lucky to be alive. That's all I know.
So that was definitely so. That was the debacle of the. That was his Ron Artest moment.
Yeah, Ron Artest, no doubt.
Crazy. That was crazy.
But the sad part about it is he probably gonna pay for this, man, probably for a long time. You know, the NFL, image wise, and based on how things go after all of this, man. I hope he still gets the opportunity to work and earn a living and try to be able to play football. Because even though this reaction is grievous, you know, you punish the man and you move on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, he's gonna have to have a lot of time to think about it. I remember when he was at Texas A&M, it was almost like they interviewed him. They asked him what he liked to do. He was like, "I like to, like animate." Like he was kind of like how the other Bennett brother is, make animations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like he was playing football, kind of like how I feel Eli played it because the family said he had to play, and he was good at it. So they were like, "Hey, you can make a living out of this," because he kind of like just. He's so good, it doesn't even look like he's trying, So.
Right.
So he might have his time be like, man, I don't even need this. Greg Hardy probably going to call him.
He give him some advice.
Going MMA route.
You know it.
So, Miles, man, like, you got to – you're too valuable for your defense. I mean, and the killing part, the defense played great. 4 picks.
But he ain't even do nothing. He got 1 point, man. I got him in fantasy. He ain't do nothing but get out here and fight.
Well, I don't care about your fantasy team, so like it's just
fighting for it, man. Get some points. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So, going to the next thing. Man.
Well, see, I wore this jacket because my heart is bleeding just all over my body from this most. I don't even want to know what to call it, man. We played our worst half ever.
Ever, bro. It was
the worst thing in it. Everything that could went wrong.
17 points left on the field.
17
points. But guess what, though? We're number 5.
Man,
we need a lot to happen. Oregon's helped us before. It's a lot of people that's going to help us.
Man, these LSU fans celebrating like it's Christmas.
Congratulations, LSU. Y'all played great.
Hey, getting 8 off of you is good. I understand.
Y'all played a great game. Second half, we shut it down. Y'all could only throw to the backfield out the back. I don't know why we couldn't figure it out. But,
right.
Ed Orgeron, you weren't nothing at Ole Miss. So, I mean, you got some talent down there. Maybe he's going to keep some of it so we can stop picking it off from him.
It's a good game in terms of Joe Burrow didn't get really hit like he should have because he's a mobile quarterback. I wonder what will happen if you get one of those dominant defensive lines playing LSU and they knocking him around, what actually happened because he really hadn't been knocked around yet. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that I saw Bama didn't do at all, which was pressure the quarterback, tackle him, let him run, get the first down.
I mean, I was just like, man, Judy dropped the pass.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know why he fumbled. Did he even say why he fumbled?
I don't know, man.
I guess he ain't had no reps. So, but
defense win championships.
LSU, you at the top of the pecking order right now. See what you're gonna do with it because I looked at other teams in there. Ohio State, I guess Clemson might give them a run. That's a good D line, right?
Not like last year.
They lost, man. Not like last year. But good win. Y'all the number 1. Y'all the top dogs. Just week 2 of the CFP.
But it's not where you start. It's where you finish. That's all I got to say on that.
Roll Tide. So going with that, because Joe had such a great weekend. He had 440-some yards, maybe, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
So,
no, he didn't have 400 yet. I don't think he didn't have quite 400.
So
Tua had 400.
This is what I came up with as who's in the Heisman hunt. Joe Burrow, he got the signature win.
Way I look at the Heisman is whoever they hyping up the most. And right now, until Justin Fields played Penn State and Michigan, Jalen, I think he done, bro. I
Yeah,
think
he
that
lost
loss
that
that did it for him. So I think it come down to Justin Fields or Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean,
Because Ohio State finna pump him up like popcorn.
Oh
you
yeah,
know
they about to give him the ball. He gonna have 5 touchdowns here on out each game. Yeah, 3 games left.
Yep.
Yeah, he gonna have 15 touchdowns when it's over with. He gonna ride into the Heisman ceremony in New York. So, but that's kind of that. So we going into this week, the big game. We need this game right here.
I can't do it, Kev.
Yeah,
I just can't do it, dog. I can't do it. I cannot do this. I can't do it. I don't care if it's gonna help us win the championship.
Ren Hughes just chimed in. We was talking. Do you think they should expand the playoffs?
That's a good question.
I mean, we'll get to that when we get to the rankings. Ren, hold
yeah,
tight.
Hughes, hold on one second, bro.
So we're gonna talk about this. So Georgia's defense is not the greatest.
No,
they got a lot of freshmen.
Yeah,
and Bo Nix. If Auburn wants to win, they got to let him throw the ball.
They got to, brother.
Because, I mean, you run. I mean, this SEC, that's one thing they're going to build is you got to stop the run. And, you know, they can when they spot a quarterback, linebacker just as fast as a wide receiver sometimes.
Yep.
It's at Auburn. It's Jordan Hare. The fans going to be rowdy. It's an early game, 3:30, so they got to get up that's a 2:30 game at home. So.
I don't know, dog.
Auburn's defense is good.
Yeah.
Jake Fromm played Missouri last week and had like 167 yards passing.
Right.
They shut down Oregon, and Oregon throw the ball a lot.
Right.
I'm going with Auburn.
I can't believe you said that on live mic, man.
I'm going with Auburn. I'm going with the Auburn Tigers. I need them to win because it helps us out. It helps us out. That's why I got to pull for them. So
I'm going with. Okay, you gave a good analysis, Kev. I'm going to give with this analysis. Coach and win games. Kirby done beat Gus Malzahn quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Georgia got woken up by South Carolina. I think they understand they got to do what they have to do to win the game. Mm-hmm. Do I think that a Georgia could hang with the LSU today? I don't think so. Mm-hmm. But since Auburn don't score,
yeah.
I'm like, you playing right in the Georgia hands. They gonna score, but it's gonna take them some time because they run the ball. You know what I'm saying? The receivers are young.
Mm-hmm.
So with that put together and with what's riding on everything, which is basically a playoff berth, and you know they've been crying every year about something, you know, that about them not being in the playoffs. Here's your chance, Georgia. Show up, show out, win the game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Georgia on this one. And also, I can't pick Auburn. I'm sorry, I can't.
I gotta go with my homerisms.
I don't care what nobody say.
My homerisms is Roll Tide all day. I know the Georgia fans probably are really hyped up for being in the second week of the CFP rankings.
Yeah,
don't matter where you start.
But all these Bama fans that's room for Auburn, you got to wash your mouth out with soap.
It's all right. Go to church on Sunday.
Yeah, you got to go and Tide.
Go to church on Sunday. Take a bath in Tide's washing powder. And then you can be back. We'll welcome you back.
You can come on back.
So we got that picked up, and we're just gonna go into this next game. It's in town, and nobody ever talk about these guys, but we're gonna talk about them.
Yeah, man, go State.
Man, Georgia State. Look at that. That's a beautiful stadium.
It sure is.
They don't fill up the top, but they fill up the bottom.
Yeah,
and that's a beautiful view of the city.
It sure is.
App State's They've been holding on to that 25 ranking, so Georgia State they're 6-3, I think.
Yeah.
And I want to say that quarterback is it Dan Ellington? Yeah, that's
it.
Dan Ellington. He is a runner and a thrower. I think last week he had like 2 touchdowns, rushed for 1. He's a tough guy. And also Trey Barnett, the running back. So Georgia State at home. Raucous crowd. That's probably their first hosting a ranked game this year, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going with State, man, because they're the most proudest thing in the city.
I'm going with the same thing. I think Georgia State gonna show Appalachian State what it is here in Atlanta at the old Turner Field. It's a beautiful stadium. The team they doing good. I don't see any fault with them. I think they can beat Appalachian State. So I'm going with Georgia State in this one.
Look here, Georgia State. After y'all win, you know where to go. Go straight up Hank Aaron, make a left on Memorial, then make a right on What Blue Flame? What Magic City at? What's that street? Start with a T, don't it?
Trinity.
Is
Trinity. That's it.
I think it's Trinity. Y'all go celebrate. Tell them I sent you.
KFD sent you.
I sent you. Don't tell the coach y'all going there. So that goes our college football rankings. It's right now. That's what it's looking like. I made the ones on the bottom smaller because that's the ones looking up to big brothers right now. There's a lot of movement. Clemson, if they win out, they're going to move them to 2.
Right.
No, if Clemson doesn't win out, a loss to them is going to hurt them because they have not played a ranked opponent all year.
Right.
So
right.
They got the most to lose.
And they had a very bad showing against a team they beat, which is still holding them down.
Yeah, that wasn't Notre Dame, was it?
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina. That was yeah. But that one blemish, if they went out, which is pretty easy in that conference. I mean, nobody's posing a threat. I heard someone talking about Miami starting to get back on track. Huh?
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, hey, that's how it goes. So my pick, out of these two, I think the top 2 are going to stay the same, and the bottom 2 is the 3 and 4 is going to be the one that's going to change when it's all said and done. Utah may shock Oregon this weekend. That's who they play, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they play Oregon. So Oregon's got to win. I know Minnesota must be like 8 or 9 down there. I didn't put them on. I just wanted to go to the 3 that kind of got the most movement. So we'll see. We'll see what the Tide do. Let's see what they do. What you got?
They talk about the scenario to get Bama into the championship.
Need a lot of help.
And I don't see Ohio State losing. I don't see Clemson losing. But if LSU beats Georgia, then we have a better chance of getting into the playoffs just because we'll be the best one-loss team.
Yeah.
I think that's the best scenario for Alabama. Now, if Georgia beat LSU, we got problems. The reason seeing because now you got 3 one-loss teams in the SEC. Georgia go because they the champs. LSU done had the best schedule. Bama number 5.
Ooh, you don't think they'll make it?
No, hell no. Not they wouldn't even justify that, man. They'll shut down college football if
they can't.
3 SEC teams went into the play.
Yeah,
now, true enough, them 3 probably are the best teams in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in college football, but just based on money, they not gonna do that.
Yeah, they trying to.
This will be Oregon year to sneak in if they keep winning.
Bama fatigue. My question though is LSU after Joe Burrow, the transfer leaves. Who y'all got? I mean, that was like a gift from God for him to come from Ohio State. I mean, I understand y'all hype now, but like, what about next year?
I wish we could find some LSU fans, but they hiding somewhere.
They down in.
But go back to what Hughes' question was. Do you think we should expand the playoffs? What you think, Kev?
I don't think schools want to go 3 games. I think 2 games is. I mean, that's the logistics to do all that is probably hell. I don't know if they did that. I say if they did that, they give the top 2 a bye. What do you think?
Well, I was thinking that you would have to start the playoffs sooner because of the more games. Because you can't go into NFL playoffs. You got to go ahead and finish up. So I think the thing would be is that I don't know if they really need to expand it because I just think it's going to complicate things. What's really complicating is the bowls.
Yeah.
Because these bowls are guaranteed and you can't really have playoffs going on while
because the fans can't make but one
Outback
trip.
Bowl going on, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So
it's too much
money, man,
and logistics involved. I mean,
they looking to get 4.
These Tax Slayer Bowl people pay a lot of money to be a Tax Slayer Bowl.
Little Caesars Bowl.
I mean, if they did it, I mean, they'd have to get those other bowls out of the way early. That's all I could say if they did a playoff. I mean,
well, when they gonna start? December 1st with the bowls?
They already started with the 18th, almost, right?
Yeah,
they start about 2 weeks. But
that's the prize of winning the bowl. You get a month to practice, and you get to practice for next year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. You can try who you're gonna have.
So you really don't want to take that away because that really is what make a good team a better team when they go to the bowl and be able to have that month to just practice. You know what I'm saying? Them extra reps.
Kind of like when Bama had to play Michigan State and they
They oh boy, them boys was practicing.
They was rattled.
It was uncaged gorillas, baby.
All right, yeah, so turning our focus to the story we forgot to mention. This was a big one for me because I don't like those.
Man, I'm watching
The
the TV,
old Walter
man.
McCarty comes back to Kentucky and whoops up on his former coach.
When
No,
I
he
look-
played for Patino. He played for Patino.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Because
But-
there wasn't too much hugging after the game.
Yeah, no, I know it wasn't. The Evansville Acers from Evansville, Indiana. I didn't even know Walter McCarty was from there, so he's probably a legend down there. That college basketball is wide open. That's why the rankings don't even matter until it's time to play because these mid majors,
Yeah.
they can shoot, man. And it's Indiana, they born with a basketball in their hand.
Did you look at Did you watch this game or you saw the highlights?
I saw the highlights.
Man, they didn't do nothing but just take them to the hole.
Oh,
That's all they did.
hey, that's what all it is now. Dribble, drive,
But
penetrate.
you know, when you got these one and dones, man, you gotta have a clutch player. You don't have a Christian Laettner no more. You
Nah.
don't have a Bobby Hurley,
they were made.
a Grant Hill.
Yeah, they were made.
Now
They-
you got these little,
Tweeners.
one and dones,
Mhm.
and they coming in the game on the line. They playing PlayStation.
Yeah, they
Coming
don't
up to the three.
They don't know how to play it when it's tight. They
Exactly.
don't know how to play it, but
Pressure busts a pipe. I tell anybody in basketball, pressure will burst a pipe.
well, hey, it's college football, basketball season about to get started. It's Carolina Tar Heels. We're gonna be whooping head.
Every year.
Yeah.
Every
So Benz,
year.
I don't know if you're watching.
Every
Sean
year.
Lilly, Shauna, BG, Tar Heels, baby, all day.
Oh,
all day. See,
every
he can't
year,
even call out a
man.
Duke fan right now. He's
Every
like,
year. Everybody else. The winners.
right. So get ready to go, and this segment's going to get ready to turn into the NFL here shortly. We talked about what we can talk about. Before we get into the NFL and the picks and the beer, in the MVP race, what you got? What you think about this? You think these are two?
Man, based on what I've seen, I would have to say that these two are probably the top two dudes going right now. Deshaun Watson maybe in the hunt, but he still got some games to play. What's impressive, and I'll tell you like this: when I was impressive about, let me start with Russell Wilson. Russell, he's not making any mistakes.
Right throw.
He making all the right throws to everybody. And you can clearly see that his game has elevated this season. He's not running. He's throwing that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at Lamar Jackson, man. He done found his groove. I think the game has slowed down for him, and he just balling.
PlayStation.
At Louisville, when he won the Heisman, he was doing his thing. People don't realize that. But in the NFL, watching him play, I don't like him running like that because he's so light, but he get out there and it's go time. And he can throw that thing. And
Circle button.
And he can really throw that thing.
Circle
man.
button. Whoop. Whoop. Fred Taylor, remember them days?
Yeah.
2001, baby. Jacksonville, baby. Went to the sideline, hit the circle button, back to the middle. And in the MVP race, I mean, I didn't add Christian McCaffrey yet.
Yeah.
He's in there too in the hunt, but I think Russell's on a collision course with a new trophy. So
I agree.
I'll go with that.
I agree.
So
What he did to 49ers was impressive, man.
oh yeah.
He was like he was playing with little boys out
But
there.
they both played bad to be, top rated teams. But I think they made a lot of mistakes. But Garoppolo, man, when he get pressure, he's not accurate.
No, at all.
No, I saw
At
that. I was
all.
like, "Ugh," and they
It was
already got some
bad.
questionable receivers, and the best one hurt his ribs.
Hurt his ribs. And Kittle out
Yeah, they
again this week.
and little scat back quarterback coming to town. So
Yeah.
Christian Kirk, boy, you got me. I saw it.
You saw
I
it,
saw
D.
it.
You saw
I
it, D.
Christian Kirk. I thought about playing him, and I was like, "Urgh." When I saw it, I was like, oh, he's looking Nostradamus right now.
It was time, kid.
Man,
It was
God,
time.
that was good. That was good. So we gonna take a quick break. We gonna come back with our beer and our picks on a quick schedule tonight because I gotta go to work. I work the night shift tonight. So Bright Idea Sports. And we're back. Forgot to push the volume button. I work tonight, so I can't have any of the beer, but I'm just going to watch.
Well, we had this week was been interesting. You know, our Thursday got canceled. You know, I didn't get to do my extensive research as I usually do on these brews. So today is a blind test. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Today I have Academia Brewing Company. It's called Distress Signal Double IPA Denali Mosaic. I'm gonna show it to you. The can was gangster. It had this little emblem on it and it's silver. I was like, I'm gonna check it out. These guys are actually in Athens, Georgia. So
a lot of microbrewers in town, huh?
Yeah, this is up in Athens. So I don't know what this really tastes like, so I can't even really tell you. There's nothing on the bottle that to give you a description. It just say Distress Signal. It's 7.9% alcohol by volume, not one of your stronger double IPAs, but I wonder if it still has that bite.
IPAs to me always have it.
So on the show, I'm going in for my first blind test. I'm doing this for the show only, baby. Very smooth, not too hoppy. Not the bitter taste of what a usual double IPA will give you. This one is on the level of a Double Jeopardy by Scofflaw. Very smooth double IPA. I recommend this. A 4-pack, $13.99. Local liquor store.
Support local, just like they do in Louisiana. Support local.
Academia Brewing Company, Distress Signal. Check it out.
That's good. That's good. So, getting into our picks this week. You know how we do it.
Let's do it.
I
need some help, man.
I need some help. I'm tired.
I'm tired of losing, man.
I'm tired of always having to do this. Hell. Somebody got a kid that don't have nothing to do.
Yeah, we're looking for a assistant to come and run our board for us. We're trying to get a youth experience.
All right, let's get this thing started. 49ers.
Now, I was just talking about them, man.
It's nice and leading.
Breida is hurt. Kittle's hurt. Who else I said was hurt? Samuel's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals coming in. Cardinals aren't bad, man. They just they shoot themselves in the foot. I think they got them on the right track. San Francisco lost. Way Jimmy looked this. I don't know, man. I want to pick Frisco because they're at home, but the way the NFL been going, I got to go with the Cardinals, man. It'll be some crazy mess.
I think the Cardinals' defense has kind of come on. Like I know they were giving up a lot to the tight end early. The defense is pretty decent against the run, but it's going to be a lot of running coming on in this game.
I think one of the offensive linemen hurt too, San Francisco.
But they still got Juszczyk.
He make a difference.
He makes a hell of a block. I think just experience from the coach at the level, Shanahan. I think he's going to have a game plan to figure out what happened last week. I think they get back on track with a win. I'm going San Francisco. All right. Next one. Oh, home team.
Who that? What's happening out there? What's going on, man?
Yes, we did mention those three.
Who that?
Those 3 field goals. He went to Georgia State, by the way.
Hey, bro.
Will Lutz.
Thank you, Will.
Georgia State Panther. We support you. We support you.
Saints made the Falcons look like a playoff contender last Sunday.
I know
man.
that.
Y'all should be ashamed of losing to a 1-17 at home.
They should
that.
And they said, we'll let this be their Super Bowl when we trying to actually win a Super Bowl. They had to come up with some type of.
What kind of team do you think you are losing to a 1-17? Dog?
Man, I think are we 2-7?
Now we're 2-7.
Oh. We're in the playoff hunt, baby. We about to win.
Y'all made me dust out my hat, man. I was like, I thought we were done. We rose up like a phoenix last weekend.
You know what I was listening to today, and they were talking about what the score would be when Drew Brees and them play Tampa Bay. I think it might have been Bomani and his buddy on High Noon, and they really only throw the ball to Michael Thomas.
That's it.
That was I didn't even think about that. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Teddy kind of moved it around. Like
he tried to hit people. Yeah.
But Drew really looks for Michael Thomas.
Every time.
So we got an animal coming. Well, we're going up to Bank of America, and it's going to be a little animal from Stanford that's a hot, blazing, amazing. I think they can't be no more faster than Kamara, right? I mean, I mean, they shut down Kamara last week. You think they feeling themselves? They stayed out of the club this week. They didn't do that. They just went practice, looked at film, get a game plan, let somebody else call the defense other than the head coach. And I only picked them twice and once this year, and I lost. I think this is the time to Trufant coming back.
I don't think so.
Defense played pretty good. Russell Gage, Brian Hill. Because Devontae not playing this week. And Hooper might not be playing.
He's not playing. He out with a month.
Carolina.
I was waiting on you. I'm sitting here like, are you really trying to convince yourself?
That's the pressure valve there. Yeah.
I think that the Falcons are going to come back to earth this week.
Pretty quickly? Yeah.
They got a lot of weapons, man. And I'm still not sold. You got to know how to win, and they hadn't really shown me this week. To me, that was a 2-week hype session, and they came out and played the best game they're going to play all season. So
hope it stays.
I see Greg Olsen balling. I see Christian McCaffrey
Samuel
doing juke
and
mules.
DJ. Yeah.
That's going to be ugly.
He's his own circle
with the
button.
Panthers.
All right. Here's your boys.
Hold on. I got to change. Wait a minute. Wardrobe.
Oh, God. They lost to Cleveland.
It's
man.
okay, man. We're a work in progress. These guys are a work in progress. We getting it together. They got to learn how to win, but they got what it take, man. That defense, dog, they for real.
But Fitzmagic don't care. He's gonna throw it. He's gonna get it out.
The Mafia gonna be in town.
Well, you know what
Bills Mafia gonna be in town, baby.
They're probably down there now because they gotta get out of that snow.
That's it.
But the Tua sweepstakes probably like, oh, he's hurt. Maybe we can get him and not have to tank. What you think?
Yeah, because they claiming Joe Burrow is the best NFL quarterback.
Well,
going.
let Tua come on Atlanta then.
That's what I said, man. Give him to the Birds.
Go get Joe Burrow. Please go get him.
It'll be a Bama reunion with him and Julio and Calvin Ridley.
Oh, my God.
You think him throwing it to Julio, Kev?
Julio catching and running.
Woo, boy.
But even though Fitzmagic is Fitzmagic, I'm going to go with the Bills because that was a bad loss last week. They're going to come out more focused, not overlook a terrible team.
I like Buffalo in this one, man. They got a good defense, and Buffalo going to make the wild card. I'm calling it in now. Buffalo going to be a wild card team.
11-15 wild card.
There it is.
Buffalo. Remember that.
Bill Lee, baby.
All right. This is going to be a snoozer. These two teams terrible. I mean, I don't know.
What happened to the Rams, man?
They don't have a running game.
How did the line just go to poo? Did somebody get hurt? Did lose somebody? What happened?
Whitworth's still out there. They don't have a running game. If you play action, you gotta have a running game. Remember they throw play action all the time, and that's how Cooper Kupp used to get so open because they bite down and
he had 0.
I ain't never seen that before from Cooper, and
0.
I had him all in my lineup too.
0.
Golly.
I think Chicago, man, Trubisky did his thing with them 3 touchdowns, but I ain't no believer in Trubisky.
He got Rams, and one side of the field shut down. So
right,
Robinson,
right,
so
right.
he's gonna have to, hit the other guys.
Yeah.
What's my man from Memphis?
Gabriel and
other guy, Miller, Anthony Miller.
But I think the Rams, they gonna bounce back, man. One thing I know about NFL teams, they like Cleveland this past week, they get embarrassed. They want to come back and bounce back, and they're going out to the West Coast. I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going to go with them, too. What's his name went on IR today?
Who?
Dre Kirkpatrick.
He did?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
load up on DraftKings with Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Main reason I didn't play nothing on Thursday because I'm looking for some Raiders. Josh Jacobs gonna have 3 touchdowns.
He gonna have 3.
He gonna have 3.
Williams and Waller gonna have plenty.
But he gonna
yards.
end up throwing it to Morneau. That's what we always throw it to. I'll be like, man, what the heck? Who is this dude?
They've been calling Hunter Renfrow this weekend.
I'll play him because he would be low owned, big time, low owned. But this is easy. This is the Raiders. John Gruden got those boys believing up there.
Yeah, all day.
So
they play the Chiefs next week.
This game, Rodney, I don't know if you're listening, but
El Nino.
Y'all got blessed with something when they said your boy's out for a couple of
Matthew Stafford out.
Driscoll, was it Driscoll? When they back up quarterback Driscoll?
For who? Yeah.
He did all right. He can run. He got the ball to some of the studs, but
I'm letting you know right now. Now I know they're gonna get him. But this week Zeke going for 200, dog.
Oh yeah.
Watch.
He running all day.
200 yards.
He's running all day.
I'm going with it. What you think, Hughes? You think Zeke going for 200 this weekend?
Yeah, they going for 200.
I think so,
for 200.
Cowboys.
Cowboys too.
Cowboys.
Denver's back. I don't know if it matters, but
I think the Thielen injury has taught Minnesota a valuable lesson, and that's that you got to have that run game to be able to supplement the pass. Mm-hmm. And I think him being hurt has caused them to refine themselves. He's throwing to Kyle Rudolph,
2 touchdowns.
Dalvin Cook doing his thing.
Sorry, that was
I'm like everything is like back to what Viking football was, and they playing defense.
Oh yeah, purple people.
I forget the backup for Denver.
Can't think of his name right now.
But you can't really go to. You're not really gonna go to the Metrodome. Not the Metrodome. They got a new dome, but it's gonna be loud. They're gonna be hollering Skol. They're gonna be hollering Skol all night, and he ain't never been in nothing like that. It's going with the Vikings, dog.
Yeah, Vikings. It's easy. They show how they gonna beat teams too. They gonna like, you know what? We're gonna grind you down, and we just gonna beat you. I think Rudolph's gonna get some more touchdowns this weekend too. But
yeah,
Irv Smith.
I know.
Roll
Your man
Tide.
OJ.
OJ don't know.
No. Last week I'm telling you, Kev, it's a different day down there, bro.
Man, OJ, man.
Watch it.
Jameis just don't like him because he went to Alabama. I think that's all it is. Ooh,
it's
PlayStation game.
It's a hard one, right?
PlayStation game here. Watson's coming in. He feels like he's forgotten. He's the forgotten, boy. When he came in that first year before he hurt his leg, tore his ACL, he was the man. But
Texans coming off a bye.
You still can't simulate PlayStation in practice.
Yeah,
he beat the Patriots.
Yeah,
and that's about as good as pass defense. Defense is, they were because they played low level talent. But I'm going with Lamar. I'm not even going to I'm going with Lamar. They got a strong running game. Their defense is good enough because Will Fuller's coming back. Hop maybe having to check. He's going to be on Marlon Humphrey's going to be on him, I'm sure.
Right.
And who's the other Chris? What's the other cornerback? Shutdown guy. Not shut down, but
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
So can they run the ball? That's definitely gonna have to be balanced. I'm staying with Lamar.
Man, one thing the NFL done taught me this year is that you can't rely on what you saw last week. And Lamar had an exceptional game last week, and I know J.J. Watt is gone. But I think this is going to be the stat game for DraftKings. I think it's going to be 40-something to 30-something type of game, bro. I really do. I think Deshaun Watson is looking to shine and get in this conversation by MVP. You got his boy Will Fuller coming back. I think DeAndre Hopkins is kind of mad he ain't being talked about as top dog around here. Mm-hmm. I think this is my stat game for the weekend, and I think the Texans. I'm going in.
When he said stack, y'all, that's talking about DraftKings trying to get 3 to 4 players from one game into the lineup so he can. Because I think the over-under is like 52.
Yeah, this is going to be it.
It's 52. That's a lot of points. So
I like the Texans.
There we go. Nice split. Got to go back and listen because we haven't been doing our Nick Foles, baby. Nick Foles.
D.D. Westbrook.
Man, you said that. I'm not ever playing him again.
All right, watch it. Watch it. That's all I'm going to tell you. Watch it this weekend.
You don't think he has a rapport with Sharp?
Nick Foles' favorite target is the slot.
Oh.
D.D. Westbrook is in the slot.
But he got to come back. Ain't he hurt?
Who?
I thought he was injured.
No, he in the game, brother.
Oh, well, there we go.
Brissett coming back with one knee.
But they got a running game, and the Jaguars can't stop the run.
That's true.
So they got a dedicated running game like Minnesota dedicated running game.
But I got to remember they're still a good team, so I'm going with Indy.
Me too. At Indy. It's going to be loud. Yeah. Tamika, y'all, I know Cheech Beats. He's not a Colts fan. Cheech Beats is a Bears man. He's a Bears guy. Colts for me too. This is the one, and this one here, I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm thinking the Eagles are gonna win this game. And I'm just going off of that because the Patriots can't stop the run. I mean, I think Miles Sanders has showed us what he can do. Jordan Howard's got a stinger, so you don't know if he's going to play. They signed Jay Ajayi. What's that going to do?
Right.
He's got bone on bone. Did something change while he was not playing?
Right.
And Sproles, so, I mean, and Carson's mobile enough. He's smart. He's not going to make too many bad decisions. Not going to overthrow like all these other quarterbacks have, and they're making the Patriots look great. I'm going with an upset at home. My boy Wallace Wade, lawyer extraordinaire in Philadelphia. I'm going with your team, the Eagles.
Well, all I know is that 2 weeks ago the Patriots got embarrassed by the Baltimore Ravens. They had 2 weeks to think about it. Tom Brady is dirty, and he vengeful as all get out. I think Tom Brady might throw for 500. Against this Eagles secondary this week. I'm going with the Patriots in a blowout. I think they finna blow their brakes off of Philly. They're going to be talking about firing Doug Peterson after this one.
Nah.
Watch it. This is going to be a blowout. 2 weeks to think about it and sit on that L they took with Baltimore?
Yeah.
Oh, they ready. They finna turn it up.
Let's go to the Garbage Bowl next. Another Garbage Bowl.
Ugh, I don't even know, man.
Haskins is getting a start. Nice stack, by the way. Together only like 10,400.
Haskins and McLaurin.
Then you can go back and get McCaffrey and Michael Thomas in the same lineup.
Good little. Okay.
I ain't gonna tell you my other one, so you won't know it. I'm just giving you some.
Let me see the rest of the games.
I think the Jets gonna win this. I like Crowder. I always play him in DraftKings because
he's the only man he throws to.
Pretty reliable. He's had a touchdown every. Well, his stats have been up again since he's been back.
Yep.
Just the Redskins, I just think they just playing now. McLaurin, he is a highlight. Like him, he's a nice bright story for the team to build on. But I'm going with Jets.
I'm gonna pick the Jets, but I'm gonna tell you in a couple of pick'ems, I'm gonna pick the Redskins. Only because they had 2 weeks with their new coach, and it seemed like their philosophy is
balance.
A little bit better.
They got balance.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with the Jets for the record, but I'm going to sneak them Redskins in there here and there.
Okay. All right. We'll see what we come up with. Ooh, the rivals. That's going to be a lot of points in this game, too.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of points.
Jameis might throw for.
Is Lattimore playing?
No, he hurt. Hamstring.
Ooh, oh man, I got to change my pick.
I went with Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
too.
That's gonna cause some problems right there, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tampa, they been a few times and don't break and save a touchdown.
You know, I'm gonna do some Saint hate. Last week, the referees finally saw what Falcon fans have been saying. How long Lattimore been in the league? 4 years.
Yeah.
He holds Julio all the time. And he was getting the That was just build up. Remember, y'all started this pass interference thing about that call last year.
That's right.
So now they watching y'all too. And Lattimore, man, he's good, but like he gets so physical past 5 yards. Like I don't know why he don't get more flags thrown on him because he know Julio could kill him if he had
had free reign to run.
Had his both hands to catch the ball. This is gonna be a shootout. Drew's probably upset about his performance last week. It's a division game, so it's gonna be rowdy. Saints fans probably down there in the warm sun. Jameis just gonna make too many mistakes. I think the Saints gonna win.
Yeah, man. I think the Saints mad about losing to the Falcons last weekend in the fashion that they did. They didn't score a touchdown for the first time. Sean Payton and Drew Brees together, man. They let the Falcons shut them out, man.
Three field goals. Will Lutz, Georgia State, Panthers.
That's pretty sad.
Ted Turner Stadium.
I think they're gonna be on fire. I think he's gonna
Magic City.
Throw all them quick passes and
they're not gonna get too much running because
Kamara, he kind of hurt too, man. He's still hurt up.
But
I think they're gonna try to beat the hell out of Tampa Bay. So I'm going with the Saints.
Too.
Yeah.
I wish I had some music.
But I will be picking up Mike Evans though in DraftKings.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. It's
gonna be ugly.
Last game.
We're in Mexico.
We're going down to Mexico. The best streets tacos in the world.
You ain't lying, bro.
Kansas City got to get a win.
They do.
I mean, they got the right team, but if the Chargers Green Bay team shows up, I don't think Kansas City is not balanced anymore.
No, they're not. They're all about throwing the deep ball.
Yeah, it's like they want to be highlight. I was thinking that, telling KJ last night. I was like, man, I know they missed Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
man,
boy, he's looking good in Cleveland.
He catch the ball out the back, man. That was such a. And I thought Williams was going to be the man, but McCoy's not working out. They got to go back to the draft board. Is the secondary healthy in Chargers? I don't remember hearing anything. I thought one of their guys, they got a Harrison out there.
I think so.
One of those guys. I can't remember which one it is. If they're healthy, I think the trend keeps continuing with Kansas City, and they end up losing again. This game's probably going to be, a little bit more biased toward the Chargers with them being close, the past history being so close to Mexico and Tijuana. I think, it's going to be loud and raucous. I don't think it's rowdy as the Raiders game when they come down there, but I think the Chargers will win.
I still struggle with this game. I want to believe in Patrick Mahomes and get into the game. LaShawn McCoy took the week off last week. Let me know that they might be trying to save him for this stretch run and get the ball to him. Chargers give up a lot of points, man, and I think Kansas City will be able to score, and I don't know if San Diego going to be able to. I mean, Los Angeles is going to be able to keep up. I think in this one, I'm going to have to go with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. It looks so good, though, when he go deep. It remind me of Madden, dog. He pressed the button. Yeah, man.
But the jump pass was great, but did you see the acceleration on Mecole Hardman?
Yeah, he took out like he pressed the X button.
He just accelerated. Like that quick fiber, that's how they get them those hamstring injuries, because
they're trying to push it to the limit.
Because they go from 0 to 100 so fast. So that's our show coming up on the hour? Was it an hour? Kind of close, right?
Right there at it.
Right at it, like 55 minutes. So that's good. I got to go to work in a little bit. So
we appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Thank y'all
get back to
a regular schedule. We've just been kind of busy. Things happen.
Thanks for all the comments in the chat room.
Thank you.
I like talking to you. Need to still hook up with my TV service.
Who? What kind of TV service? I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh, what's up, cuz? Oh, he talking in California, Corona.
Okay.
California. Yeah, what's up, cuz? I talked to you. I do need to get on that because he got, get on the internet. Anything going on for you this weekend?
Oh, man, we're going to watch this football, see what shakes up in college, and try to sit back and enjoy some NFL, man, and, try to stay warm and dry. How about you?
I got to work till 6 a.m. I'm going to try to go home and go to sleep, but that ain't going to happen. Got a 3-year-old, so rest of the weekend off, football, and some basketball.
Up,
maybe catch some college basketball because start looking and so we can know what to talk.
Fry some fish or something this weekend, man.
You know what I'm saying? Fry some fish. So I got a friend I went to high school with. Her name's Jamaria. She's on my Facebook page. She has the greatest like things that people say that you probably wouldn't say out loud, but she don't give a beep. So today she said, "Don't turn on my seat heaters when your smells like fish." What you trying to do? Fry some fish up in there?
Ooh!
Jamaria Stovall, you are my hero. You give me life. Oh man! Please, y'all follow her. Like, go on my page right now. She will every morning. It's better than coffee. It's better. She got something to say every day, and it is hilarious. Fried fish. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
So, y'all, that's it for us this week. We'll see y'all later. We were thinking about Thanksgiving night. I know Marcus is hearing this for the first time. At least I was thinking about Thanksgiving night. Saints Falcons. We may have somewhere where we go watch the game. We're thinking about going over to Hateville where we went to that party. So I'm cool with the guy that runs that place. And
Uptown Comedy Club.
Yeah,
Green Light. Shout out to Tracy. Tracy Jennings, my Eastern Star sister. Shout out. Green Light.
Good. And we probably thinking about doing a live remote.
That's what's up.
Right out of there during the game. Yeah. About maybe an hour and just chat. Everybody will be fatted from their Thanksgiving. The tryptophan should be already out of their system and get ready to put some Crown or some illnesses in their system. We'll have some water too, y'all. So.
Hey, come on through, man.
But
It's a good time.
It's the Bright Ideas Sports Show. Peace.